you just put your hand in his balls, you grab his balls, you don't let go, and you say, tell me, what do you want? I hope I don't cringe watching this.
Hello everyone, and a massive warm welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Kiera. I am joined today with Jan. Now Jan also has a YouTube channel, I'll leave that linked below if you want to check it out. But I wanted to film a long chatty video, which they're some of my favourite videos to film. I asked on Instagram for you guys to send in questions relating to dating, boy drama, girl drama, but I just thought it would be interesting because we've got a guy and we've got a girl, and that has never happened on my channel. So here we are with our Heineken. Hello! I'm in heaven, there's so many dogs. Also I look like an egg, but it's hella windy, so this is what we're working with. Woo woo! But yeah, if you do enjoy the video, give it a massive thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more weekly videos. I'm uploading every Monday and Thursday, so join the family, comment down below. But yeah, we hope you enjoy the video. Cool.
How can you be so natural in front of camera? It's crazy.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's like it all flows.
Oh,
there's like no
Okay, so this is the warm-up one. So someone put, is friends with benefits bad in capitals, question mark.
No.
I'm gonna say no, but the thing is with friends with benefits, I feel like
why would anybody even ask that as a question?
You're a guy, see, for girls I guess there's that fear that you might catch feelings. I feel like with friends with benefits, it's always on someone's terms rather than both people's terms, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? So
yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
There's always one person in the friends with benefits. I'm doing that, we're not having friends with benefits. I was doing that for. But like there's always one person, whether it be the boy or the girl, whatever, whose terms it's on.
Exactly.
Does that make sense? I think it does.
Sense.
So like, take a guy and a girl, I don't know. The girl catches feelings, therefore he has more power. Could work the other way around. When you go to a restaurant,
you wouldn't order a food that you don't want, would you? So like with friends with benefits, if you don't want friends with benefits relationship,
why would you do it? The moment it gets more mental, that's when I feel like it gets fucked. Because physical meeting up, boom boom, is fine. But the moment someone gets attached mentally, I feel like that's when you catch feelings and it doesn't work. You're just like, do it.
Nah, I mean, I don't know. It depends on where you are in your life, the two people. Like, I think it's better to go into a relationship from like friends to friends with benefits, then into a relationship. Yeah. Then to just go from, I don't know, maybe friends to relationship, or just go straight to relationship.
It has to be natural and authentic, and like,
when
you want the gradual,
flows,
yeah.
Like, it flows, you know? But if the thing is, actually, when it comes to all relationships, I think the negative signs that you
red flags.
Yeah, the red flags that you put a blindfold for yourself, basically, on the other person from the start, becomes the problems in the future. Yes,
when you break up, the red flags at the beginning, that's the reason why people break up. So like, for example, if I was seeing a guy and he was like, it wasn't really very reliable at the beginning, like he didn't make much time for me, I can guarantee that would probably be a contributing reason to why we break up, because it's that same thing. Probably.
Going back to the question,
I know, that's a little tangent. It is okay.
It's okay. Like, you just need to be careful who your friends with benefits with. Who it is. I think that's the answer, isn't it? Yeah. But then also, if you're asking the question because somebody's telling you that's not okay, or like your friend's like, oh, you don't want to do that, doesn't matter what they think. Like, as long as you're happy doing what you're doing, and well, both parties are, whatever, then go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it, mate. What to do if your friends don't like your boyfriend, or if your friends don't like your girlfriend? I don't like this question, because if my friends didn't like who I was with, I genuinely think I wouldn't be with them. I don't know, is that too much? I've recently been in a situation like this. If your friends don't vibe with who you're with, we should all vibe together. It should be their kind of person, just like it is my kind of person. And definitely. If there's, I'd have to know why. Like, I have to sit down and have a chat. Like, why don't you like him? Am I just being stubborn and naive and just ignoring all these red flags, or is my friend talking sense? It depends on the situation, really. Like, I think I'm quite a sensible person, and I'm good at reading people. So when this happens to me, like, I can see who's vibing with who and what I'm not vibing with. Me too, we were talking about this. Yeah, we were talking about it with personality traits and everything. Yeah. Like, it's a funny one because I've seen so many different relationships where someone's friend group doesn't like the other person, but they actually have a really healthy relationship.
Oh, see, that's interesting.
That's an interesting one. But then there's also ones where people end up being delusional and the friends are like...
The friends are actually talking sense. But like when you were saying people actually are really good together and then the friends are just being horrible, is that just jealousy though? Are they just jealous of their relationship? Because
could be with boys.
Is that common?
Sometimes...
Girls aren't like that
I've also seen situations where like girls are good friends with a couple boys, but those boys are actually fancying the girl.
Yeah.
And then what happens is...
How do they not know they fancy them?
I mean...
People aren't that good with people though, I guess.
I don't know. Some girls
maybe they know. Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe the girls know and they're just like, woo, great for me.
I've got the worst part because I've been dealing with Turkish girls and whoa, I'm telling you, Turkish girls eat you alive.
Really? So for me, let's say my besties didn't like the guy I was with, and it has generally, are we speaking one person or a few? A few definite like red alert, what is going on, but I would want to know.
You need to know the situation, like.
Yeah, I need to know why though.
We've talked about all these different situations why somebody may not like.
Jealousy, they're actually in love with them and want them for themselves. You just need to suss out
what the situation is and then decide.
I definitely would hear my friends out, but then straight at the beginning I was like, oh, if my friends didn't like them I couldn't be with them. Now it's, at the end of the day, it's on you, it's how you feel. Like, you can't let other people mitigate, is that the right word? Yeah, mitigate how you live your life. Yeah.
You need to be your own person.
Just hits home when it's like your friends though, rather than strangers who gives a fuck, but like... Yeah.
This is where, you know what, asking this question, I mean, obviously you could be a great person taking care of yourself and everything, but if you're a person who has great personal growth and everything and you know how to suss these situations out, when you concentrate on yourself, basically you start realizing the answers to these questions, who's right, who's wrong, naturally.
Yes, that's very true.
That's true also, so... Yeah, life coach here.
Literally life coach, let's go. Okay, so someone sent in turn-ons and turn-offs, which is very broad, but I am so intrigued to know what your turn-ons and turn-offs are. For a gal, you know?
It's a tough question. Manners. I'd like to say manners, like, but obviously...
How they treat other people.
I hate spoiltness.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Let me tell you something actually, like I'm gonna go even deeper. There's a guy called Chaka Bars and he like posts all these incredible life stuff. He's vegan and everything and it's just motivating stuff and life advice.
You've told me about him before, yeah. What are my turn-ons and turn-offs? I'd agree with the manners thing. You just want someone who's polite, and I know it sounds lame, but actually saying someone who's just kind-hearted and thoughtful. Like, I love a thoughtful guy, and I never meet thoughtful guys, like someone who like, oh, buys you flowers, or like, I don't know, just is thoughtful generally. Like, that is a definite turn on. I feel like I should get turned off more quickly, and
equally,
I don't.
Though,
that's
like,
me.
The thing is, there's plenty of those guys out there who
are thoughtful, yeah, just
buy
not
you
come
flowers
by
and
them.
everything. The relationship is not about who you need, it's who you want to share your happiness with. So if you seek and understand that you need to be happy with yourself, basically going back to fucking basics with relationships.
Yeah.
Just
true.
If you're happy, you'll attract happy people, and it's about understanding that
the law of attraction.
Add happiness to each other's lives, not your happiness is required to.
Because that's like
else.
what I always say. Like, because to be fair, like I'm really happy in myself at the moment. I have been for about a year now. And if I met the right person, like, I would be able to welcome that in, and I know it would work. You don't know it's ever going to work, but like, I feel like for me in a relationship, he's not going to be my world. Like, he's to be fair, like, cheesily, he will be my world, but like, I feel like you should be focused on your own life and developing yourself, as well as developing and growing as one. Like, you need to grow as individuals still.
Definitely.
As well as like as one body, and I'm such a like advocate of that. Like, you need to still go out with the girls, still go out with the lads. You need that trust there to be able to do stuff like that. I still want to go on girls' holidays and like have that time apart, but maybe that's because I do like time on my own. I'm not necessarily clingy.
So basically, this post I found, because you're like saying the question was like, what's the turn-offs? Now, I could talk about the turn-offs, but women are already under so much pressure of are trying to look good, trying to do this, trying to do that. Don't do that, do this. In the photo, there's a comment, like it just talks about how women should be, and then xxxx has written a short paragraph underneath of what he thinks, which I think what he thinks is so true. So basically, the post says, no one wants what everyone has seen. Many females seek validation from others, they thrive on it. They do not care whether their reputation is tarnished, they simply care about likes and praises, good comments made by others, ass on fleek, boobs on fleek, with JJ on fleek. Damn, this isn't confidence, this is low self-esteem. We need to get our brains, values, self-respect on fleek. No man wants a woman that everyone knows what she's got. So ladies, know your self-worth. Just saying. Now, okay, to a point it's true, but xxxx has said, I feel like a man has written this post. Women right now are reacting to how men have shaped society. Debate me if I'm wrong. If women had equality, then they wouldn't have to conform to our unrealistic standards of beauty for them. Men are holding power unreasonably, and this is destroying the planet. There will be no balance until the woman rises as high as man. You don't see men stripping down for $1 bills. There is a reason for that. Also, he said, go through my post, they are powerful. Which they are, like, check him out.
I need to follow, you have to tag me, I have to follow. Okay. That's so interesting.
I'll just tag you now.
Weirdly though, do you think that's me though? Do you think I post things for likes?
To a point, everybody does. And I've gotten... I just said Kiera, fuck's sake. I didn't tell you, just Kiera.
Kiera.
I've been off Instagram like
for a while.
A very long time. Now I'm back on it. I'm back on it in a much healthier way. I'm not looking for followers and I'm not looking for likes, and I'm posting literally whatever the fuck I want to post.
Yeah.
And my captions are generally, I'm taking a piss. If I'm posting a photo of myself, half the time you don't.
It's funny.
When
or
you
like,
read it, it's all, half of it is in Turkish, but I try to go for like the vibe of not taking myself seriously, and because on social media I really don't, because social media you don't see my actual personality. It's not who I am.
Do you ever really know who anyone is on social media?
You don't,
no.
And everyone's trying to post their best version. A lot of people are in this situation, but if you're having the slightest thought that you're not getting enough likes on social media, my biggest advice to you is close it down.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. And go like months without it. It's gonna be hard, obviously. Like a lot of people now, I know that they spend like 8 hours screen time on their phone. I was like that. I was like nine hours average. My average is down to 3-4 hours now. And because you're more active, you attract better people. Your conversation improves. So it's like people like you a little bit more because of it. It's the little things that just improve.
It's like if I meet a guy who hasn't got social media, I think that's awesome. I love that. You know, if he's not full on the media or anything. All very valid and true though. Complete tangent in a way. I don't know why we're talking about that, like, but it's
I've
so
tried
valid.
It, and I'm talking to you not by what I've read, what I've done.
Experience,
so, like, definitely. It's not something where, okay, I'll just close it and I'll try it. Like,
it won't work if you do that, I bet.
You need to, okay, I need change in my life, let's go for it. You need to be on that sort of mentality. But
you ever know, someone watching this, one person might be like, you know what, he's right.
Definitely.
Imagine.
Look at most like attractive people now. All the photos that they post is like everyone's just trying to pull a serious face or whatever.
It's staged. It could be edited.
If you go to, I don't know,
their own,
the time, Marilyn Monroe, her famous photos, like most attractive ones, they're always the ones where she's laughing.
Yeah, most candid, most beautiful.
Exactly, because you're just in that moment, and like, I think smiling is more attractive than actually frowning. But everyone's trying to go for that advertising sexy look. Yeah. And like,
I would do that subconsciously. I get what you mean.
Most like, wow, that's cool, is like
that
when there's that positive vibe. It doesn't have to be just a happy vibe, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
A good smile, like.
So I can see your turn off is just someone who's not genuine and authentic, but you know, is a turn off, which is completely trying to be someone they're not. Yeah. Not completely honest or transparent. Yeah. I feel like that's, for me, like a turn off would be just someone who's not very good at communicating. I feel like I've got to the point now that I can really put my points across in a nice way. But like, I feel like transparency is, and that, you know, ability to communicate in a lot of relationships, it's so many times it's not there, it doesn't exist, and that's why a lot of relationships don't work, is because they just can't communicate in the same way. It's not that sometimes they're not trying, but sometimes people have different ways of going about it. So for me, a turn off is just that lack of communication. And sometimes people subconsciously, this is another topic, build up walls because of past experience, and I don't know, it's hard for people to open up and that kind of thing. But I feel like transparency is so important, and if someone just wasn't on, it's just about wavelengths. I was going to say, if someone's not on my wavelength, then...
You know, you say that, and a lot of girls say that, oh, I just want communication and everything.
But the girls can't communicate as well.
Not just that.
Is that what you're going to say?
Girls don't like it, again, when they can tell what a guy is thinking.
Of girls don't like it when
a
a guy...
lot of girls don't like it when they can tell what a guy is thinking. Like, to a point, they like it, but they're in control, which normally doesn't lead to anything because it gets boring. If a guy is really into you, right, and it's so obvious, that's not a good thing.
Because again, it can get too much, isn't it? I bet it's the same for you. Like, if someone was overly, oh my god, Jan, wouldn't you be a bit why?
Unless it was Zac Efron, Cristiano Ronaldo, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for the guy. Experience talking. It's true. Like, for some stupid psychological reason, I think, like, in a way, the guy has to be the one who ends up leading when it comes to relationships.
See, I like that. Some girls will be sat watching this, like, that's not true, like, what's he saying that for? But like, I wouldn't want to be wearing the pants. I know some girls do wear the pants, but like, I'd want him to wear the pants. And I'm such an extrovert, aren't I? I bet you, I don't know, I bet I could easily wear the pants, right?
Well, let me change it in a way though. Let me change it in a way.
You want the guys to take the lead?
Yeah.
It's just traditional and it's nice.
What I'm saying is for the start.
Opinions there.
What I'm saying is for the start. Once the relationship starts going, us men, we don't have a choice who runs the relationship. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah, no, that's true.
We don't have a choice.
That is true, yeah.
It's whether we are happy with the person that we're like, this person is good enough, so I'm happy to put up with this or not, basically.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
We just said quite a lot of turn-ons and turn-offs then. I think we're chatting for like 10 minutes. That was like the easiest one, but it's all very social media.
We didn't really talk about it in depth.
In that much depth,
we changed the subject a little bit.
Matter, like the social media thing, yeah.
Yeah, because again, I can't really say what's a turn on, turn off, because I don't want other women to just think I shouldn't be doing this or that. Like, you are who you are. Just don't try to be who you're not.
That's what we're saying. Yeah. I like this guy, but I know he's cheated before. Is this a no-go, or has he changed? Like, could he have changed? I have mixed opinions on this.
Unless karma's happened, he hasn't changed, I'm telling you.
Really? You're set on that? A guy saying that as well, coming from a guy.
Unless karma has hit him right around the mouth, he hasn't changed, I'm telling you.
See, I think that people who cheat definitely do have a tendency. I think a lot of people who cheat, like, they will do it again. It's just innate in them, let's be real. Like, you hear of it time and time again with the same person. They like a flirt, they just can't stay with one person. But then I know of people who they meet that in their younger years, they might be a bit reckless and the fuck boy and all this stuff, but then they meet that one girl and they're like, okay, I'm actually ready to settle down now. And then that's it. I do believe people can change in all manners of life, their being. I do want to, maybe that I'm being naive, but I do always have that belief that people can change their ways.
Yeah.
And I've never cheated. I was like, I'm speaking on behalf of someone who cheats. I have never cheated, nor touch wood have I ever been cheated on. So that's not the reason I'm saying that, but I would like to think that some people could change.
Yeah.
But would they still be like looking at other women and having those thoughts and just never acting on it? But then you're never gonna know. You can't read the mind, you know? Yeah. You're strongly thinking one's a cheat, always a cheat, as they say.
I mean, I'm not strongly thinking that, but you can't change the basics of a person, you know? Like, it's the size of, it comes down to empathy. Like,
yeah,
why would you do that to a person? Like, if anything, break up and then do what it's still like cheating, but it's not exactly cheating. You just let the other person know, like, unfortunately you're into somebody else, and it is what it is, you know. But they're going to hurt you at some level. You just need to understand who is worth hurting for and who is not. Simple as that. Wow,
Jam. He's not looking for a relationship, but he's super keen at the same time. Help. So he's obviously said that he's not looking for anything, but at the same time he's obviously acting in a way to make her think otherwise, which is, I have multiple thoughts on this. Like, one of the first things I'd say is that if someone says they're not looking for a relationship, if it was the right person, it would happen. Like, naturally it will happen anyway, or I don't know, maybe they have a guard up and they're just saying that to protect themselves. I think it's great that they're also being forward and honest. Like, it's great that they're being direct about it as well, but if it's meant to be, it will be. And I think if someone's saying they don't want a relationship, but at the same time this guy's acting really keen, it's like, is he keeping her on a hook though?
Here's what you do.
I've been in this situation.
You get your hand, right? You put it in a very cold bucket of ice, okay? You wait for a couple of minutes. Like, your hand has to be freezing cold to a point almost you're not feeling your hand.
What? You're telling everyone to do this.
And then you take him to your bedroom, and then when he's not expecting it, you just lean him for a kiss. He shouldn't realise your hand was in a bucket. And then you just put your hand in his balls. You grab his balls. You grab his balls and you don't let go, and you say, tell me, what do you want?
I did not know where you were going with that. What do you want? Brilliant.
I'm not sure you want. I want you to put that on, to be honest.
Yeah, I was going to. That's brilliant. What do you want? Like,
not what do you want?
Mixed signals.
Do you think you can give this to me? Because at the end of the day, everyone's their own person to a certain point as well. Like, we do care about the other person, and we do respect other people's decisions, but you need to also go in for yourself.
For yourself,
like,
a bit of self-respect for you as well. Yeah.
You need to say it, like, you need to, like, be straight and say, this is what I want. And if the other person can't give an answer, you've got your answer.
You've got your answer there, yeah.
And it hurts.
I would literally just ask this guy what he does want. Like, it could be like he's keeping you on a hook. At the same time, like, he said he's not ready for a relationship. There could be so many circumstances as to why, and you can't hate the guy for saying that. He's been open, he's been honest. Props to him, that's what we want.
Fucking hell, I could take my own advice there.
But like, what with the ice bucket thing?
No. No, but like, just talking, like,
talking about, yeah. Think at the same time, like, regardless of his circumstances, if he still seems keen, I would just ask him, be direct and ask him, what is it you actually want? Like, you may be actually on the same page. Obviously, if you're after a relationship and he said he doesn't want one, then tricky situation. I don't know whether you want to give it a go and then be upset, or whether you just want to, if you're both wanting to casually date, like, that's a thing. But it's like, it is a tricky situation. I've definitely kind of been in that situation before where someone said he's not looking for anything. I feel like that happens to me a lot.
I'm just realising sometimes we don't just be forward and talk with the other person because of because we're scared of the reaction and the answer we're going to get.
Oh, very true. Oh, of course.
In a way, we kind of know the answer maybe sometimes.
If you're in that deep, you know, yeah, you know that answer, and you don't want to be heartbroken.
Yeah.
Is that all you have to contribute to that? Sex on the first date. Do what you want to do, hun. I don't know if it's a girl or a guy, but do what you want to do.
I mean, I'm up for it. If a guy is really into you and you realise that, the rule is, I think, what was Steve Harvey talks about this on his shows. Is it the 90-day rule?
What's that? I don't know.
90-day, like, you start dating and it's only like fun and games and you don't have
what, for 90 days?
For 90 days.
I couldn't go 90 days.
And like,
no.
If you can manage to stick a guy around till 90 days without having sex.
Oh yeah, that's quite beautiful though. Yeah, that is cool.
I wouldn't suggest that necessarily, but if you can do it,
good for you. Absolute props to you, man. Like,
and bro,
what?
if you've stuck in there for 3 months, well, you're the man.
Incredible.
I hope I don't cringe watching this. I hope I don't cringe watching this.
After a beer, we're like, whoa. No, I feel like we're good at you. You know what? You were saying some good stuff today, though. Some interesting stuff that girls just wouldn't come out with. Well, not necessarily, but I feel like some good guy knowledge, and not just guy knowledge. Just
but
your perspective
my
is great.
My perspective is very different to other boys.
To a lot of guys,
like,
I know that.
I even debate.
We can
like,
sit and talk about horoscopes and stuff, and guys typically aren't into that kind of thing.
Yeah,
so.
like with the boys, I don't even go into. Like I know they're gonna take the piss out of me. to a point. Like if any of my guy friends needs advice or whatever, like I don't go into depth with it, but on the basic level, just if the horoscopes are there.
You prefer conversation with girls then?
No, I prefer a conversation with anybody who is willing to like just be open-minded.
Open-minded. Okay, this is more directed at you. Do guys prefer it when girls make the first move, or is that weird? I feel like I'm such a first mover.
Oh.
What do you think? Or do you get like, oh god, like she's made the first move, like what?
I constantly feel the pressure that I have to make the first move.
I
and
bet.
then I end up sometimes regretting it.
But girls are always like that. They feel like, oh, I can't approach this guy because it's typically the guy who makes the first move, whereas I kind of break through that, and I'm like, I've said this in videos before, if you like someone, go for it. It doesn't matter, he's a guy, I'm a gal, or whatever, like just go for it. You gotta go for it. If you're a man or boy, you like some man or boy. If you're a 5-year-old kid, you gotta go for it. If you're a man or girl, like seriously, it really doesn't matter. Like, oh god.
Because at the end of the day, you like somebody, the other person doesn't sometimes realise you, and you just gotta. We
were talking about that off camera, I think, weren't we? Or was it on camera? I can't remember.
Whatever. Like,
whatever.
Sometimes the other person doesn't realise you.
They don't know,
you gotta make yourself known, really.
Yeah,
like, And I think the coolest things could be if you've got no common ground with the other person, no common friends or whatever. It could be at a bar or outside something.
Yeah.
It's the smallest things. You go up and you say one comment, and it's so much easier for girls like to just approach a guy and just say, I like your shirt, and then walk away. Just that's it. And same with boys, but boys have to be we need to be much more careful with what we say, because girls can be okay, that was weird,
sensitive, or generally
what men say, it has to have the right vibe, right intention, and it has to make sense.
Okay, so this one just says how to meet new people. Let's say how to meet, so let's change it a little bit, like how to meet someone. I'm guessing it's for like romantically, like dating wise, like how to meet someone. This is so difficult because for a lot of people it's like, really?
So easy. I've done this a couple times.
Tell me your ways.
It's even better when you're in a different country, but
pandemic problems,
literally. But let's forget about the pandemic. Let's imagine it's
2019.
Let's imagine it's 2019. Rather than going to your local pub or whatever, get out the house, start walking yourself, go to a point in town where you've never been, walk around, go to the bar.
You'd go on your own? See, a lot of people wouldn't go on their own though.
Just
with friends, I guess, yeah. I'll just do it, yeah.
And then...
easier said than done.
Just wait around. And then maybe
people will
ask a question. I mean, for girls, this is so easy. Just be careful, there's weirdos out there.
Yeah. But, and for guys as well, you'd be surprised.
I was talking for guys, to be honest, because I've done this.
Oh, I was thinking, isn't that weird? I automatically thought you were telling the girls to be careful of weirdos, and you're actually saying, guys, be careful of crazy girls, yeah. Right? Or no, you were talking about girls being careful.
Girls be careful. And this advice was for boys. Like, go out yourselves. I mean, even if you start talking to the barman or whatever, like suddenly from there the conversations could lead to something else. The thing is,
and there's nothing wrong with online dating though. I'm gonna say that. Like, I know Tinder is very like, let's have sex.
The problem
it's
is,
it is hard.
Work. Like, you try to make a conversation, people don't text you.
That's our experience though. Just think of how many people are getting married and they're literally saying we met online.
On Tinder, I've probably got like dozens of matches.
I've never had anything successful online, but I also just lose interest very easily online.
Really? Have you ever been on a date with anybody from Tinder?
Yes, yeah, 100% have.
Times,
not in a very long time. I don't really online date. It's not really my. It's like that thing that I'm not opposed to it, but I would just prefer to meet someone in a bar or something, or in the street, or.
Yeah.
And it does happen as well that way, but I think what you're saying is right. You've just got to put yourself out there. Like, if you literally go to work and say there's no one at work that you're attracted to, then you need to be going out on the town, like going out to a restaurant, go for a walk, sit in the park and film a video. Someone could be watching us right now, like, I fancy him, like, I'm gonna go over there after this is, you know, you never know. But like, you have just got to put yourself out there. And again, if you don't want to do that on your own, then go with friends. Like, but I feel like it's we're both single, like it's easier said than done, but I feel like as well, when you're in the right mindset, like you were talking about, like when you're in the zone with yourself and you're happy, I truly believe you do attract the right people. That is when you attract the right people, and it'll just come naturally. You know, it could take time, you know, but yeah, it's one thing to allow the process, but you don't want to get complacent either with it. Like, you get to like 40 and you're like, with my cats or whatever.
Yeah.
But each their own. Like, you might be happily single, like I am. So,
if anything, find a new hobby that's gonna involve group activity.
That's good for making friends as well. Yeah.
Fuck that. Go on Omegle. That's a great spot.
Omegle.
If you want to just
I've
meet
never
people
done
and take the piss.
Go on Omegle,
Start with taking the piss with people and then everything, and if you vibe with someone who's on the same level of just joking around with you, so that the conversations start getting deeper, the more you realise you're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you just end up meeting people. I've done that a couple times.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Never end up like meeting them in person, but yeah.
Oh damn, great advice. Online relationships only.
It's a place to start.
Yeah.
It's a place.
Generally, it sounds like, yeah, we need to end this video. It's also very dark. Well, it's literally like, what time is it? We've been filming for like over an hour.
No,
do you want my jacket?
No.
Did you want to say anything, or did you okay?
No, just, you got what you got. Go away.
That's it.
Just go away.
Good luck with life, everyone. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, give it a massive thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more weekly videos. I'm uploading every Monday and Thursday, so turn the post notifications on because you don't want to miss a thing. I'll leave Jan's channel in the description box below, so definitely check that out, and his Instagram, social media, that kind of thing. We'll definitely film something like this again, so if you did really enjoy it, do let us know in the comments. Send in any questions for us to answer next time, any topics. But yeah, at this point I'm just going to be rambling, so we're gonna go now. Jan's too cold and it's bedtime.
Ciao, adios.
Adios everyone. Mwah, mwah.